I'm trying to. I'm gonna scan. I mean, go through this sometime today and try to find it for you because it's looking. They have so many. It's breaking down. It's a nice website, I guess. And
what is it called?
It's Rude to Videos on Channel 4. And
so
it's,
just type in Rude to Videos on Channel 4?
Oh, no, listen, the thing is primetime.unreality.uk something, and the site looks like it's one of these British sites, I guess, and it's like a...
So primetime.uk.
Yeah, it's like primetime.unreality.tv. It's one of these long dresses, but I guess the channel's called Unreality Prime Time, or I guess it's like their reality station, I guess, over in England or the UK. But I'm looking and I'm trying to find what they. Let me see if I can do a search and maybe that you pop up.
Okay, when you get a chance.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, that's good that at least people over there sing you. Cause I mean, I was flipping out because I think I heard Bobby Hemmett or somebody goes over to. I mean, I know for studying, but some of these people go over to the UK and they actually do speaking things, and I'm like, wow. And you know, when people over there, from what I get to, especially when you with the black community over there, the thing with them, which is really good from my knowledge, when they get something that they like, they will support it wholeheartedly. So I wouldn't hold it far-fetched that you would be asked to speak, but once they do, they are very genuine in keeping up with what they do, and they will support their people over there, not just blacks, but anybody who but especially that because, you know, being a small community over there in UK and everything, I do notice that they are really good about once, you know, so I'm trying to find it says sitcoms and... But, yeah, that thing about this, you know, everything you were saying about this ancestral thing, and I've even heard this, too, with the women's cycle. It actually goes on, you know, most women, you know, look up and go, did I have an extra menstrual cycle this month? And it goes to follow the phases of the moon. And sometimes you find out you might have had an extra people or women in general because it goes with the current. And even with men, sometimes they find out there are certain types during the moon or whatever it is where they feel this horniness, you know, needless to say, during the cycle of the moon where they're just like, I've got to do, you know, find me something, you know.
Though, when you were talking about having Delbert Blair on, I really wasn't sure about that because somebody told me that he said that it was not natural for women to have a period. And somebody...
Oh, no, you know what it was? No, I know what he was... I heard something on, I know what you're talking about. I know I heard something on one of these things that I listened to, and what he was saying was women, and I know it could be taken wrong, but from what I get, he was saying that women in antiquity, because they would have children later, it was natural back in the day for women not to have periods, if I'm correct, until they were 40 and over, because a lot of times in ancient times, due to, I think his point was due to like slavery and doing different things, they would rape these women at an early age, and so they started getting younger and younger and younger, being able to have children, and they would get them younger and younger to where I think he was saying like in antiquity how women would, you know, be a little older, mature mentally, physically, and everything, and then they would start to go into periods later than, you know, starting at 13 or something like that, if I'm correct. And I know some people say, oh, you know, it wasn't natural. But he was saying it was natural, but some women don't. He was saying for women that don't start their periods until, I guess, 30s or 40s or something, this is something that, you know, I guess is change over evolution or something. I don't know. I probably need to find it and send you the...
But I'm saying, what do you want me to have him on talking about?
Well, he talks about a lot of this stuff. He talks about everything from somewhat ancient sexual...
I've seen him. I know who he is.
Okay. Yeah, so I wasn't sure, you know, if you knew about him and everything. And some things I find interesting with him when he talks about more like the diodes and gold and getting in tune with, you know, about the software and not doing a lot of this, the same thing on wavelengths on food and everything. But I've only seen a few of his things, and, you know, that was just one of those things I was curious about. But yeah, but other than that, I just, you know, I'm just still learning about him. I mean, I know more about Bobby Hemmett, more so than you know. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it, and I, like the whole thing about that period thing. Like I said, I just saw somewhat in the video, and I don't know. Like I said, I haven't followed him that much. I know a little bit about him. I know he talks more about the diodes and eating gold and stuff to get in tune with your inner psyche and stuff. But if you don't feel too keen on him, and I respect you for
no, it's
for what it is.
I'm just saying if you felt that way, because I don't feel like that about my period.
Yeah. No, he wasn't, and he wasn't saying it was a curse at all, anything like that. I think what I remember, if it's the same thing I'm talking about, he was saying women have periods, but he's like it's not unnatural for women to not have a period till 30, because they were saying, I guess, women should have it early, and his thing was, if I'm correct, was that women, because in ancient times he even talks about parthenogenic birth, I guess, where women in ancient times in Africa and stuff were able to sit out in the sun and be able to impregnate themselves with the rays of the sun in their thought process with their, so it's interesting. But I've just seen a few things on him on YouTube, or maybe once on here, but what he was saying, I guess, when people hit 30 and 40, a lot of times, I guess, in antiquity, women then would be mentally and physically ready, and they would not have a period until the age of 40. And I guess he was saying it was not unnatural for them to have a menstrual cycle starting, I guess, at 30 and 40. And I guess it was something in conjunction with the parthenogenic birth thing or something there. But, that's something I just have to really look over and review and everything, so... But yeah, no, I certainly think it's natural and everything, and there, but yeah, just wasn't.
I'm gonna do a show tomorrow at 2 with Norvin Bay.
Okay.
He is into astrology and science.
Oh,
and
good.
Translates Hebrew. He speaks Hebrew and reads and writes hieroglyphs.
Oh, wow.
So I want him on the show tomorrow.
I would love to hear that, yeah.
Okay, I'll have it on for y'all.
I don't want to keep you any longer because I'm sure you're drained, because I know you did a good sermon today.
Today, didn't I, child? But I thought y'all needed to know.
I caught the spirit and
You did.
I was in the midst because I was on the phone. I'm like, oh wow, and I had to come back to chat and everything and stuff, and just like, okay, yeah, wait a minute. But it was just it was really good. It was really good. We had church. So I want to become one of the deacons.
I wasn't in the chat room. I wasn't in the chat room when I was doing my lecture. How were people responding to what I was saying?
They were loving it. I mean, they go at it. You see Ghetto and some of these people just doing the amens, and I was one, Devo and everybody. They're like, preach, but, it does. You get caught up in it, and it is. It's one of those energy. I know you took that and got that energy drained out of you. I mean, it's good energy. But it is. It takes a lot when you really are coming, from the cosmic realm, spewing knowledge, So I know it's like, okay, hey, once you're done with it. But
people were taking the session I was talking about, the men being in a nigger mentality and a consciousness and dealing with astral realms and alternate realities. I didn't know that people were really... I thought you would probably get upset or mad.
No, because, people in your chat, they know. The people in your chat are there for knowledge. They're there to learn. They're more in tune. You track like spirits. So the people there are ready. Your group. They're ready to hear or learn or share or whatever it was. And, they take it. The men there that are there, I know they're there to learn and give knowledge and stuff. And they're on that right wavelength. And it's not like some lunatic coming by saying she's crazy or something, because... we know what people you're talking about, and that, there are different kinds and stuff and out there. So I haven't seen anybody, that's too nutty or coming up, talking about that was crazy. And everybody was really agreeing and sharing or extending on what you were saying and everything. So it was just really good because, I talked about that before, people just need to start really looking at themselves and treating themselves really sacred. And I'm so glad you keep, the more you do it, the more you beat it in. Every time they hear it, the more they do it. And actually, I found out the other day somebody announced that you had the most, I think, members at Blog Talk or something. It was a few days on some other show.
What?
In your chat or something. They said that I think that you had reached it. It used to be somebody else or something, but I don't know if it was for that